Hi, so today I want to talk to you about reading and why would you start even reading books. So, first of all, I will talk about my experience with books. So, I used to hate books. I used to find them boring. And when I was in middle school, primary school, even high school, um, I thought that reading is a thing that girls do. And I never thought that it has benefits more than playing video games or going through social media or just wasting time. But eventually, when I reached to the last year of high school, I read a book named How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it was a very very good book to the point that I changed my view and opinion about reading. And from that time, I started reading another books in different domains. So today I want to talk with you why did I even change my view. So first of all, if you don't have time in the sense of you have social media, you play video games, you waste time, probably even not waste it all, but probably you go to, I don't know, uni or high school or work, but there is that time where you just waste it, right? Like 99.9% of people do. So for you, there is that period of time that you're wasting. Just use, like you can check in your phone how many hours you spend on your phone without speaking about PC, your computer, or any other, like distraction. So you have to handle the time that you're wasting. And as I spoke before in previous videos about meditation, journaling, you know, other habits also, you should implement them. And the way to implement them, you should first of all acknowledge the time that you're wasting and then try to reduce it. So let's say, like, for example, you spend 3 hours per se, like 3 hours of video games. Make it 1 hour and a half, and in the other 1 hour and a half, just do another habit, like go gym, go read a book, go meditate, go journal, right? Go learn. After this, after you acknowledge there is that time and like there is that period of time that you're wasting. And if you're thinking that you don't waste any time, that's a big lie. You should think about it, like journal about it, just meditate about it, right? After that, after you do this, you will be prepared, you will be adequate for implementing a new habit like reading books. Okay, why would you read books? A book gives you the experience of someone who lived probably like more than 60 years or 70 years in just like 200 pages, 100 pages. And that's something that it's this value that you're getting is unique. Because for example, if you're walking randomly in a random day, like Sunday, and you meet some person who seems wise and he gives you wisdom, you say, oh, imagine if I had this person every day, like if I meet people like this every day, how would I be? How would I be? You would be more intellectual, smart, intelligent. You will have more knowledge than you are right now. That wise man is always there in your day through books. If you bring a book, you just read, which is the same as probably listen to that wise man. Listening and reading, they all a canal for transmission of data to your brain, right? Of info to your brain. So it's a tunnel. And by reading, you're just mimicking that behavior of talking to the wise man, and then he responds and gives you knowledge. So, okay, so you understand the concept. Also, by using the experience, or by just getting the experience of others, you will be better than them in many areas. Bro, like imagine that he's giving you an advice that he learned in 60 years and you just implement it tomorrow or today. And you're probably like 20 or 17 or I don't know, like 25. So that's very good. You're lucky. And you have to know that you're lucky. And how would you know you're lucky? Is by seeing that experience, by reading. Also, you can say there is an argument about this. I hope I don't forget later, which is that people say that podcasts are like books, and like the merits, the benefits, and I agree on that. I will probably talk about it at the end of the video. Um, yeah, so there is a quote that I don't really remember, but I will give you the meaning. They say, "A good man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others." So you, by reading an article or a book, you're just trying to avoid the mistakes of others. Like for example, if you, okay, let's say you never you never seen someone falling from a building. You don't know it's dangerous. You just think probably you are just thinking he can fly or something. Like imagine the society never told you that, and you had never seen the reality behind falling. Let's say, right? And then one day you are in a bottom, like a building, and you just think of falling, and then you fall, like you jump, and you die. You would say, I didn't know because I never got the info about dying after falling from a building. That's the exact same thing. If you got that info from someone, from a wise man, you would avoid it. The the criticity of the errors that we can make, they can range from low to high, right? Like for example, there is an advice about how to defend, how to defend yourself, and there is an advice about how would you sleep better, right? So it's not critical to some extent, but the first one is critical. All of this you can get through books, all of them. You can bring a book like this, like the one that I told you about, how to win friends and influence people. There are other books, how to think big, the magic of thinking big, and there are other books. There are books about psychology. The books about psychology are great. It gives you an idea about how to read people. Okay, so okay, let's say you started reading books. Let's say you started reading how to influence people and win friends, and you just read it. Okay, you said I will read it daily for the next, let's say, 7 days until I complete it. The benefits of books, of course, you get the info, you get the knowledge, but there is another thing that is essential, important, which is applying the knowledge. Like, for example, in the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, you get a rule, like, for example, smile more with people. You have to apply it. You have to go outside and smile. If the book says X, you do X. And that's for getting the full benefit of the book. Okay,